This is Madden NFL 97 on the Sega Genesis. This is being played on a Model 1 Sega Genesis with the headphone jack and the volume slider. Got a composite yellow video cable plugged into a GameOn RCA converter. It's an RCA to HDMI converter. Plugged into a Vivitar USB dongle, but I'm playing this game directly on a laptop. I mean, I tested this connection using my when I was playing Rocket Knight Adventures, and the input latency is surprisingly manageable. I mean, I was playing Rocket Knight on a CRT last night, and I can play it on a laptop today with no real issues. So I was not expecting that. Again, the whole point was to see if I could feel a notable difference between how the games played using this different hardware. This is 1997, so these 49ers had we're going to do the Chiefs versus the Niners, so it's a Super Bowl 2024 preview, if you will. Kansas, I think, was Joe Montana playing? No. I think Joe Montana was playing for the Chiefs in 95. I think this might be Steve DeBerg. We'll see what's going on with that later. Okay, at least it saved that. So you can play Madden or Pro, but that's it. There's no other difficulty level, which is stupid. Modified rosters, whatever that even means in this context. This is a friendly, so don't even worry about it. Can't edit the user, that's fine. Unfortunately, I did play this game for about half an hour before starting this recording. It's as choppy and janky as I expected. I'm on the record. Madden NFL 16 is one of my favorite sports games of all time. It's probably the best American football game ever made. I say that having grown up playing this game on the Super Nintendo, which is probably bad. In fact, I own Madden 96 on the Super Nintendo, I believe. I'll make a video of that later. I also played a lot of Game Day 97, I believe, on the PlayStation. I played a bit of Madden 99 when Madden was really in the tank. Madden sucked back then. Madden really sucked in the PS1 era. It really, really sucked. It was dire for a while. So people were playing Game Day like it was a big deal. And, of course, NFL 2K on the Dreamcast. Played a bit of that. Kind of exploitable, if I'm being brutally honest. I was playing as the Vikings with Randall Cunningham and Randy Moss and Chris Carter just slinging the ball down the field all the time. No effort, really. No AI. AI was typically bad in the early 2K sports games, I'm afraid. Definitely NBA 2K, but we'll talk about that another time. Play call. We're not going to do the bluff. We'll set pass catching for automatic for this particular video. ABC passing is traditional John Madden football passing, where they have windows. Well, they don't have windows in this game that I noticed. You press a button, you can see a button for every receiver that's going out for a catch. So, of course, there are only 3 receivers in this game. If you've played Madden NFL on the PlayStation 3 or 4, you'll know that you have at least 6. You have 6 eligible receivers on some plays. Well, 5 at least. I've been able to play with 5 eligible receivers. Any player, we'll leave that off. Apparently, you can switch to any player you want, which sounds kind of exploitable. If you're willing to mess with it, we'll see how it goes. I guess we'll look at the credits when we're done with the video. Tiburon. Didn't wasn't the CEO of EA a guy who did the conversion from? I think he single-handedly did the Super Nintendo conversion, the first Super Nintendo version. Congratulations, Reggie. Never heard of him. Reggie. Any player? No. Oh, you have to set up give me a sec. I have to set my audibles. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to have a quick play. Remember, we're playing with Steve Young as the quarterback, so he can scramble if needed. So what we can do is we can do a slant. Yeah, we'll call it's a cross pass. That's a pro form. Again, the problem with these old Madden games, if you're not familiar with them, is that their playbooks have a lot of really obtuse terms. They don't really make sense if you're a hardcore sports fan, which I mostly am, but I'm not that familiar with a lot of this jargon, I'm afraid. I'm a massive fan of American football, but I'm not that familiar with this jargon. Probably said that was an off tackle. We'll change that up. Set up a quick slant. Set up a square in. B. And on the C audible, we'll set up all streaks. So the A audible will be for a slant, the B audible will be for a crossing route over the middle, and the C route will be just all go Hail Mary, basically. So if we sense the defense is cheating towards the line of scrimmage, we'll just call an audible. Tell all the receivers to go deep. On defense, we'll set up a 4-3 outlaw, which means the safety goes deep. I guess it's just a man coverage. On the B defensive audible, we'll set a nickel and set up a man defense. And on the C audible, we'll break out the dime. The black and tan is highly inappropriate. And then we'll set up a general defense. So the idea is on the A, when we're on defense, the A audible will be for a 4-3, a generic defense. On the B audible, we're going to do a nickel defense. And on a C audible, we'll do a dime, which means we're going to have like 6 players on defense hanging back. Because the idea is that we want to have an audible for every play situation, if you will. Same deal on offense. We want a short pass, an intermediate pass, and a long pass set to each audible. So I know when I call an audible what kind of play I want to do. Where are the global? Let me see the substitutions. We're not going to mess with that. So there's Steve Young, MVP. Jerry Rice, another Hoffer. So he's on the left side. You have J.J. Stokes. Again, real 49ers fans know J.J. Stokes. Which means Jim Drunkenmiller is probably in the back. Is probably in the backup. We have, I don't know LaVille and Vardell, actually. I don't remember those guys at all. So I guess Ricky Waters had already moved to the Eagles, I believe, at this point. Scrafford. Is that Brett Jones? Yeah, Brett Jones is still in the league at this point. Another Hoffer, as I recall. Sub. Elvis Gerbach. Wow. Braun. Don't remember him at all. Are we honestly going to put a wide receiver as the quarter? We might. At the end of the video, we'll probably mess around with that. Terrell Owens is the 5th wide receiver, which is kind of ridiculous. So, yeah. So you can set up different, you can set up a substitution for different formations, which I think is kind of hilarious. If you want to exploit the game, that might be something worth messing with. Here's the entire roster. Is that Will Floyd? I forget his name. Yeah, T.O. was 5th on the depth chart. Again, I think he was a rookie at this point. They thought that J.J. Stokes was going to be the next Jerry Rice. And I think John Taylor had already retired by this point. I think I remember Singleton. Was that Chris Singleton? Is that Jesse Sapalo, I think his name was? And who else do we have? The linebackers. Yeah, Dana Stubblefield, who I thought was a nose tackle back then. I think that was Chris Dolman. Ken Norton, the former Cowboys, I recall, came to play for the 49ers. Where's Haley? I think Haley ended up at the Cowboys by this point to get his last ring, or to try to get his last. I think Haley was the guy who was the first player in NFL history to have 5 rings, as I recall. Merton Hanks with the chicken neck. I think I remember Drakeford. I think that was Tim McDonald playing the strong safety. Yeah, I had no idea that Jerry Rice was a rookie in this game. But I think this was the year where the Niners beat the Packers in the wild card game when Terrell Owens made the catch. Again, the Niners had a lot of problems beating the Packers back then, so I don't blame people for being happy that the young guy finally got it, because he dropped the pass early in the game and almost cost him. But then he makes probably the most significant catch in 49ers history at that point. That one catch, I think, got him to that. Finally got him past the Brett Favre and back in the day. So we'll go tails. So I guess we'll be the home team. There's no wins. We don't have to worry about it. So Niners will kick off. Is that that's not Kofor. Doesn't matter what his name is. See? So you can move the kick to the left or right. And then press, so the power meter rises as soon as you press the button. So the idea is that you want to aim the kick as the power meter is rising. We're going to start with a 3-4, then go split. Press the C button. Actually, press the, okay, we're going to go to an audible A. Press the B button to switch characters. We're going to go with a wide 9. Whoop, don't go off sides. You people, old school Madden fans might know this. The game is on automatic pilot, so if you don't press any buttons, the AI will take over and control the outcome. So if you're playing on defense, the AI will take over. Right? This was a thing on the Super NES version. So I'll go wide left here with a number 56, and I'll just leave my hands off the controller and let the game take over. Let the AI control this part. You can also switch players. I'm not going to mess with the player switching feature just yet, because unlike Tecmo Super Bowl and games like that, once the ball is snapped, you can still switch players. You can press a button to switch to the nearest player. We're going to go double out on 3rd and 1. Audible A. Bring him closer to the line of scrimmage. I'll get a linebacker to move closer to the line. Whoop, I screwed up. I think I got him. Yeah, we got Marcus Allen on the 5-yard loss. Yep, Marcus Allen on the 5-yard loss. Let's do a quick check on a couple of things. Yeah, we blew that play up. But you can see the problem that I have with this game and that most people will have. If they're coming back to this Genesis game for the first time, the frame rate is terrible. Collision detection is not good. In a game like Tecmo Super Bowl, which I think actually might be a better game, it's easy to determine if two players are going to make contact and kind of dodge around them. Here, collision detection is very mushy. So if you're anywhere near the player, there's like a dice roll's chance you'll get tackled. It's hard to run in between character. It's kind of hard to run in between players in this game because it's kind of hard to figure out if you're going to make contact or not. And the controls are kind of sloppy, unfortunately. Again, in modern Madden games, it's much easier to weave around characters because you can kind of see where the player models interact. You can't really do that here. It's harder to determine, and that's a major difference between these games, unfortunately. We have Steve Bono, Rich Gannon. Back when he was a youngin. I think is that Shane Matthews? Who used to be the Bears quarterback? Possibly. So those are the passing stats. Marcus Allen. By the way, the two characters in this game, the two running backs for the Chiefs, are all-stars. So the Chiefs have one of the best running backs in the league. No Christian Okoye, no Barry Word, but very good running backs. It's not Todd McNair, is it? I kind of remember Anders. I barely remember him. Receiving stats. That's not Len Dawson, is it? I guess J.J. Birdie wasn't playing for the team anymore by 1997. Don't remember any of these. Is that Delanie Walker? Number 82 at the bottom? I have no idea. Nitmo. Wilkins. Don't know him. Aguiar. I think Aguiar used to be I think he was actually a Chargers punter for a while. Defensive stats. Is that Neil Smith, number 90, I think? Sally Amua. Again, real Chiefs fans would know who these people are. I don't remember most of these guys. Greg Minuski, who I believe was the Washington, was actually, I believe, a linebacker coach for Washington. I think he actually played for Washington for several years, back in the bandwagon year when they won a Super Bowl. It's not Trevor Siemian down there at number 54 in the middle of the screen. I want to say Greg Minuski was definitely a Washington linebacker, and I believe he was the linebacker coach for some time. Hasty. Don't remember these guys, unfortunately. Yes, I don't really remember these guys, unfortunately. Okay. You can also we'll do a instant replay a bit later because you're allowed to save great plays, which I think is kind of an interesting feature. All right, so it's a punt. So here's what we'll do. We'll do a punt return. And my receiver's going to go all the way back. Number 50. I thought J.J. Stokes was a punt returner back then. Yeah. Again, it's kind of hard, as is Terrell Owens. But again, it's kind of hard to weave around guys in this game. So, like, again, collision detection is not great. We're going to try a halfback toss to the left. Again, I think this might be Laville. This looks like a bad scene. Audible to the C route. Hike with the C button. Press the C button to see the numbers. B. Press the C button to see the letters. Those are the button prompts. So when you go out for a pass, you press the C button. The letters will appear. You press the button to throw to that receiver. No windows, though. Weird. Let's try a counter. We're going to try a fullback counter. Might not work. We can audible out of it. Just like in Madden 96, we can audible out of runs. Audible. Whoop. Screwed that up. Good. Vardell ran right past the defender. The defender was sitting right there. What happened? It was a delayed counter, apparently. So there's your counter. You had a number 44. See that guy right there? This guy right here. What happened? Number 97. He should have made the tackle. He just walked. Yeah, Vardell just walked right past him. That should have been a 4-yard loss. And you can save these. You can save this as a great play, which I think is kind of hilarious. I want to show you, just for funsies, I want to show you a play that we screwed up before when I was recording this game before making commentary. That was a pass to Jerry Rice. Actually, that was me making a good play. This was Steve Young chucking it to Jerry Rice. But again, this isn't like Madden 16 where you kind of feel like you are able to make a catch without it being a dice roll. But a lot of these old Genesis games were like this. A lot of these 16-bit sports games were like this. They were kind of janky. But the idea was they were almost like RPGs in a way because you couldn't really, the action was kind of hard. You didn't have a lot of direct control over your characters. The controls were so sloppy and the collision detection was so difficult to manage. We're going to try Flood. You can audible out of it, of course. They're audibling. They're going to blitz. I'll tell you what. See? What? Wrong button. I hit the wrong button. That was the first down, though. I hit the wrong button. I hit the wrong button. I don't know what happened. Something happened. I think I pressed the wrong button. I didn't mean to throw that pass, and yet I somehow did. And it wound up being a first down, so I don't know what just happened. I'm not complaining, but hey, here we are. I'm not complaining about what just happened. I'm pretty sure I tried to call an audible, but whatever. Off tackle right. We're going to send Laville out for an off tackle right, and it doesn't look promising. Audible A. We're going to do a slant to Jerry Rice on the A route. C, A. Oh, crap. You hold down the button to throw a bullet pass. You tap the button to lob it. Give it a little bit of a touch. Single back formation, normal. Let's drag right. We're going to do a double slant on the left side. C. A is open. Threw it behind him. Jerry Rice was open on that slant. I threw it behind him. I don't know what happened there. 4 wide receivers. Drag route won't work. Do a tight end quick out. It's probably a bad call, but we're going to have Jerry Rice go deep. This probably won't work. C route. C. A. This is not going to work. Yeah, I tried a bullet pass to Brent Jones. It wasn't even Brent Jones. Is that Cal Thomas? the newspaper reset. Is that Cal Thomas, the op-ed columnist? Okay, we got 13 seconds to punt this off. We're going to aim for the sideline, the left sideline. See? Yeah, nearly full power. Go get it. Yeah, look at that. Down at the 5. Perfect. Like Jeff Fiegels, dropping it right on the corner. That's exactly what you want to do. You want to pin him inside the 5. Didn't even have to go out of bounds. Okay, we're going to go wide left with Ken Norton, I think. That's number 56. I'm going to keep my finger off the controller, let the AI control it. Yeah, the AI's doing all this. Wow, you let him go right past you, dog. So that's not Len Dawson, is it? 33 yards. But again, it just by the way, you can't skip. You can't skip playing defense. Like again, in modern Madden games, you can ignore. You can skip defense if you don't want to play defense. But this is a 20th century football game. You have to play offense and defense, even if you don't want to. Which is one reason I really like modern video games in the 21st century. Games like 4-3 on a sheet right. Because it's the wide side of the field. What was it? Like 20th century games like MLB The Show and Madden let you skip playing offense or defense, and they beat me on the slant. He beat me on the slant for a 60-yard touchdown to Vanderbilt. That was just a slant. I'm pretty sure I ran a man defense. They beat me on the man defense. That was the problem. I did a man defense, and they beat me on the man. That's all that was. So I guess I kind of deserve that. I don't know if there are 2-point conversions in this game. Apparently there are, if they're letting me play a regular defense instead of just immediately assuming they're going to kick. But yeah, again, I ran a couple of man defenses, and they beat me on both man defenses. So I guess I kind of deserve that. I ran right into my blocker, but I'm on the 30-yard line at least. Okay, so a single back, 4 wide receiver. Let's try a drag right. But again, we're going to try and throw a slant to Jerry Rice. We'll audible out of it if we don't like it. C. B is open, but I'm throwing it to Jerry Rice because, if Jerry Rice were on your team, wouldn't you throw to him? Right? Single back, 3 wide receivers. Quick slant. I'm going to have to audible out of this. We'll see how it goes. Jerry Rice is on the left. C. B is open. Yep, that is 88. That's J.J. Stokes. No, that's Singleton. Chris Singleton, I think. But yeah, we're slinging it. We're running it. We're moving it down the field now. We got one of the best quarterbacks in the game. Get it done. Off tackle right. We had a good block. So I had to cut it back inside. That's 5 yards up the middle with a good win at the line of scrimmage there. Again, you can't really weave around people, so you're better off just kind of moving in a general direction as if it were like a zone run, I guess. A zone read. Audible out. Audible C. We're going deep. Tap the A button. Throwing it to double. That's not double coverage. That's a Jerry Rice. You were just chucking up to Rice, and he comes down with the touchdown. That was just man coverage. We just chucked it to Rice, and he caught it for the touchdown. So we can go for 2. We'll just go for the field goal. So we can go for 2 if we want. But the field goal, yeah, it's like we're kicking it from the 9-yard line. So we don't have anything to worry about. Just like the old days. We can kick field goals from the 9-yard line. So they're basically automatic. No drop kicks like Doug Flutie did back in the day. I think he retired from the NFL with the Patriots. And he did a drop kick. He did a drop kick for like 1 point, I think. I think he's like the first player in NFL history to do a drop kick for a score. A drop kick conversion. Which is an old school rugby rule that was kept in the NFL. So they never got rid of it, but no one ever does it because it's hard to do drop kicks with NFL balls. Because in rugby, the ball is a bit flatter, so it's easier to do a bounce. And, of course, guys practice it all the time. Or most regular players practice that all the time. But the NFL is full of specialists these days. They can't all be George Blanda. Yeah, George Blanda was like 40 years old kicking field goals. He's a quarterback who kicked field goals. No one's ever going to be that versatile ever again. There's no incentive for a quarterback to kick field goals. I mean, obviously, if you're like Mark Brunell or Tony Romo, you can be a holder. But it's one of those things the NFL, like, it's old school. It's considered antiquated, but in the old days, you kind of had to be a jack of all trades in the NFL. But yeah, in rugby, I think if you're the ball carrier in rugby, you can just drop the ball on the ground and then you kick it when it bounces up. The idea is that if you literally just drop the ball right in front of you, you can kick it when it bounces up. So if you drop the ball just right, it will bounce straight up in the air, and then you just kick it on the way up. Although I think you can also kick it from the ground, but no one would ever want to do that because it's hard to get the leverage you need. But apparently in a regular American football in the NFL, if you let the ball drop and hit the ground, you're allowed to kick it through the uprights for a point on any down, if I'm not mistaken. Like, you could just be a regular old quarterback and just... I've seen people like Cordell Stewart for the Steelers, do it in a double coverage, doofus. He threw a duck into double coverage. What was that all about? Now, someone call Rich Gannon. Goal line, zone man, whatever. It's a punt anyway. Yeah, no one's back there to receive it. And it's in the end zone anyway, so it doesn't even matter. But yeah, apparently you can, if you're a regular quarterback like Doug Flutie on a regular play in the goal line or in the red zone, you can just kind of drop the ball right in front of your feet, and if you kick it, as long as it hits the ground first, and if you kick it through the uprights, we're going to call an audible. Audible, whoop, wrong play, whatever. Got around him. Again, I can't see. I'm trying to swing around, but... I probably should have swung around, but again, the controls are kind of slippery. Again, it feels like you're running on ice. Even if you're just running on regular grass, we're going to do a belly weak to the left. This is basically an off-tackle left, which I don't like. Audible, C, we're going to go deep. Audible, C. We're going to chuck it to Stokes. And he missed. We chucked it to Stokes. Probably a bad move, whatever. 3rd and 10. 3 wide receivers. We're going to do a deep post to Malone. Always go for it, never punt 4th down. Yeah, this might be an audible. Audible A. Look for Jerry Rice on the slant. He's open! I had him! He was running completely free up the middle. There was no safety there. I'm going to show you that because I want you to see how open he was. Check out Jerry Rice back here. Yeah, the safety was cheating towards the hash mark. I was throwing it to Jerry Rice. There was no one in front of him. And I guess the ball got tipped at the line of scrimmage. Let's just confirm that. Because I held down the button to throw a bullet pass. I held down the A button. Yeah, the defender hit off the defender's helmet. Again, it's kind of hard to tell because the sprites don't really convey that it hit off a helmet or something. It's just hard to figure out, so we're going to punt this one. Yeah, punt. Too bad, really. 3 and out. Good thing we're going to kick it to the right sideline. Wrong button. I hit the button way too early. It didn't even make it to midfield. Yeah, I freaked out because I'm not familiar with the timing on that. 3-4. We're gonna do a split, but again, we're getting beat on a lot of these man routes. So I probably need to start calling more. Zones. 55, have them go deep-ish. Probably not necessary, but Marcus Allen got 3 yards on that. 3 yards in a cloud of dust, I guess. 4-3. Jet blitz. We'll send a linebacker into coverage. Yeah, send him back into coverage a little bit. We're cheating in the wrong direction, by the way. Wow. Good defense on that. Dude should have gone for the pylon. No one was guarding back there. Nickel 3 deep. We can have a lineman. We can have a linebacker drop back. Yeah, the linebacker drop back with the safety a little bit. Uh-oh, better get that. It's double coverage. Yep, that was double coverage. We'll call him Delanie Walker. I don't know his real name. All right, so goal line, attack mid. Send someone back, will you? He'll wait at the 5, assuming it'll make a difference. Yeah, didn't even bother. Right through the back of the end zone. Isn't that a single in the Canadian Football League? If it lands in the end zone, it's a single, I think. Even if it bounces out of bounds. We can run the 2-minute drill if we want. They're calling an audible. Okay, audible, deep. Chuck it to Rice. That's a floater to Rice. And he came down with it. 44 yards to Rice. He's got 100 already, apparently. I mean, just... Why even bother calling any other play? Just chuck it to Rice. This is a toss left. Doesn't look great, but I'll take it. Yeah, that did not look great, but it looks good now. Darn it. I couldn't stay in bounds. Again, the controls are too slippery. That or probably the controller's not great. Yeah, that was a 2-me out. So I thought I stopped the clock. Maybe I didn't. 3 wide receivers. Flip the play. And we'll toss right. We're on the left hash mark anyway. They're not really looking for it. Hike. Yeah, I tried. I couldn't get a seal. 3rd and 4 or 3rd and 6. We're probably gonna have to go to a. I don't really like curls. Let's do a quick route. I don't really like curls, if I'm being honest. Audible C. We're going deep. Hike. Chuck it to Rice. Back of the end zone. He's out of bounds, isn't it? Yeah, he's out of bounds. He caught it, but it was out of bounds. Oh, well. Special teams. Field goal. Now, this is dicey. This one's from about 50 yards out. Whoop! Too soft. Yeah, again, the timing's not great. Wilkins is short. Dominique Wilkins is short. Nickel. We're going to do a 2 deep. It's technically not a prevent, but it's the equivalent of one. We're probably just going to charge them. They have enough time to get a field goal, by the way. We're going to go wide left. Get them. We can't get any pressure on the quarterback, by the way. What was the point of going 2 deep if no one was covering? Maybe it wasn't deep enough. Thought we were going to get some pressure on the quarterback there. Okay, 3 deep. Maybe that's a better idea. We're going to go wide, see if we can get closer to the quarterback. Yeah, we can't get any pressure on him. That's the problem. Wow, just leaving him wide open in the hole in the zone. Just wide open in the hole in the zone. That's the problem. That's twice. 2 plays. 2 plays. We're not going to do the 81 blaze. Well, I guess we'll just do a zone. Hope for the best. I'll hang back to make sure no one tries anything funny. It's 56. Is that Chris do up? He tried to sack the quarterback and he got tripped up. Just chuck it to, and it was holding. Okay, because he just lobbed it to a guy on a one-on-one coverage, and he just comes down with the ball in the backfield. Again, this game is just stupid janky. Nickel. Double out. which might be too soft. You have him go wide. 92 will go wide. We'll do the wide 9, whatever you want to call it. I guess he stayed home. Threw it behind him. Maybe that's your problem. Exchange. Like that R&B song. Forgot who sang it. Was that Byron Tiller? Forgot his name. Go wide. Go throw it up the middle. He ran up the middle. 7 yards on that. So we'll go line, attack left. You might just do a dime and have everyone just blitz. Just do a straight up run blitz. 3rd and goal. We got this. Come on, yo. We got this. Uh-oh. Left him open. Yeah, he left Marcus Allen open on the flat. He got outside. He got outside on us. Field goal block. He got outside on us. Thought we were running a field goal block. Oh, well. I don't think we have enough time to score a touchdown. We'll see how it goes. I don't think we have enough time. It's a shame, really. I guess we'll have to combine both of these videos. I wanted to do one long one, but we're wasting too much time. I don't think we can get a field goal in 45 seconds. Nah. Is that Derek what's his name? Not Derek Carter. I forgot his name. Okay, so we have 3 timeouts. I don't think anything's really going to happen. 3 wide receiver sets. Curl. Wrong play. I have to audible to a slant and then call timeouts. Going deep. Hike. Yeah, you have to get in there. Delay of game. I guess I deserve that. I got cocky trying to, because this isn't like Madden. The players are kind of slow to get into position sometimes. Come back. Probably should have flipped the play because they're all going left. Yeah, probably should have flipped the play. Okay, audible. B. That's a bullet pass. That's intercepted. That was a bullet pass in a double coverage, I guess. I tried to do a bullet pass to J.J. Stokes. I guess he was covered. We might be able to keep them from getting a field goal. We'll do a double SC, whatever that even means. I don't even know what a double SC is, which is one of the reasons people hate this game. They don't know what all these concepts are. Double coverage, and he caught it. You threw it to double coverage, and he caught it, so he's going to get a field goal. God, our defense sucks. Double out. I'm pretty sure I was doing a zone, but our defense sucks. Can't get any pressure on the quarterback either, and that was somehow caught. Again, he threw it into a cloud. I have no idea how he caught that ball. Unbelievable. Goal line. C. 80 string crash. I don't know what an 80 strong crash means. Again, who even knows? So let's see what we got before we end this video. We'll combine it with something else later. Completions. No one's looking great, especially not Steve Young. Again, guys are getting 60-yard touchdowns off us. That hurts. I had a 5-yard run up the sideline. That should have been 10, but again, I couldn't stay in bounds. I couldn't tiptoe the sideline. 3 passes tipped. That hurts. So what do we got? Steve Young, not looking great. The interception is not great. Steve Bono. Bono. Yeah, more 49er cast-offs, huh? Yeah, Chris Dolman, I guess. Yeah, receiving stats. Jerry Rice with 90 yards in the first half, though. 4 catches. We're just gonna keep feeding the ball. Who's this Dawson guy who's killing us? Yeah, but they got 220 passing. Steve Bono is out throwing Steve Young. I guess the Niners want him back. So what else we got? I don't think we need to see the bad records. I think you can change your line of scrimmage. Well, maybe I think these records are for like within the on the saved on the battery backup, whatever they got inside this cartridge. I don't even know if the battery even works. That's not why I bought it. I didn't think I was going to play this game for very long. I just wanted to see if it still held up, and I'm pretty sure it doesn't. So how would you pass without ABC passing, then? I'm almost afraid to find out. Okay, we'll be back in a second. This is video number 1 of Madden NFL 97 on the Sega Genesis. Okay, back to John Madden football on the Sega Genesis. This is a friendly between the 49ers and the Chiefs. With Steve Young as a quarterback for the Niners, and not Shane Matthews, Steve Bono as a quarterback for the Chiefs, who's torching us for 207 yards. Looks like Patrick Mahomes out here, just destroying us. By the way, fellas, Patrick Mahomes has a bit of a meat curtain, so you can I can respect a goat with a meat curtain, despite what you've been told about world-class athletic bodies and physiques. Now what? That's a face mask on defense. It's penalties are turned on, so it's basically just a dice roll that determines whether the penalty is called or not. 2 double tight ends set. We're going to go off tackle left. As you probably noticed, because the controls are so slippery, this game feels more audible deep. This game feels more strategic, more macro than anything. See, chuck it to Rice. I tried to do a floater. That was not good. He had him beat. He had him beat by a step. I should have thrown it deeper than that. 3 wide receiver set. Gonna counter right. I don't know how to flip the play from the last scrimmage, unfortunately. Right looks good, though. This counter might work well. Audible. Press the B button to fake hike. Looks good on the right side. Again, this guy's so slow. I was trying to weave to the right, and he just kept running. I was trying to run lateral so I could go around the right side. I don't know what happened there. Fullback screen, maybe. This won't go well, I'm certain. Yeah, they're cheating towards the left side. Audible slant. That slant doesn't look... the slant might work. Check the A route. A's good! Yep, he's wide open and no one's in front of him. Jerry Rice for 35 yards. I don't know how to spin, but just threw a slant and no one was in front of him. That's how you do that, son. Jerry Rice is at 100 yards. Drag right. So there's going to be a double slant on the left side. Let's see. B's open. Bullet pass over the middle to 85. That is Ted Popson, I think his name was. Pops it to Popson. That's how you do that. Broken. We're going to do an HB wham. That's a halfback wham. It's not really a dive. It's more of a fake off tackle right, I guess. That goes inside. That felt like an automatic run. That's a couple of yards in a cloud of dust. Not too terrible, just to get a bit closer to the goal line. Fullback flat. This probably shouldn't work. I think it might be too deep a play. Audible to the slant. Okay, give him a couple of seconds to reset. What? Oh, defense. Was that Vaughn Booker? Not Vaughn Miller. I don't know who Booker was. Chucky Booker? Why you want to play those games on me? 4 wide receiver set on an HB counter to the left. Let's see how that goes. We can audible out of it if we don't like it. Left looks okay. Not so much anymore. Not great. He got whacked. I tried to go around him. It was so sluggish, though. The play got really, the play slowed to a crawl for some reason. Halfback, square in. I don't know why you would call a square in, but let's see how it goes. Audible to a slant. Check Jerry Rice. A's open. Rice was wide open on that slant, and the ball got tipped at the line of scrimmage. Ugh. That was my chance, dog. Let's see what happened there. That's the second time today. Jerry Rice is running wide open. No one's near. Yeah, no one's near him. Yeah, one of the linemen. It went off one of the linemen's hands. It went off one of the linemen's hands, I suppose. Again, this game, it has a strategic layer that I think implies you're not supposed to throw into a crowd. But a dice roll seems to determine if a ball gets tipped or not, because the game has to like approximate 4th and goal. The game has to approximate a lot of the stuff. Like again, you can't add that much nuance to like you can't have like running backs like weave around. You can't have running backs like weave in between offensive linemen like you can in Madden 16. So. It feels like this game feels more like an X's and O's kind of affair. Wait, how did I miss that? Fourth and goal at the 21. Was there a penalty on that? I'm pretty sure I kicked that through the uprights. I don't know what just happened there. That's too short. God! What happened? I could have swore I kicked the field goal through the uprights just a few seconds ago. What just happened? I have no idea what happened. We're going to do a 3D. I have no idea what happened. But I have to get some pressure on the QB here, so I'm going to try and force the issue here by going a wide stunt. Go wide 9. A button to dive. Couldn't get to him. And it's intercepted. Intercepted by 54. It's the linebacker. Lee Woodall, I think his name was. Yeah, Bono threw it into coverage. I got you, babe. Out and ups might be okay, I guess. We can audible out of it if we don't like it, or have Steve Young scramble. Have Steve Young scramble right. Not good. I tried to have him scramble right. I thought it was going to be a Lamar Jackson and kind of tuck away. They did a good contain on that play. I got really stupid there, and they contained the quarterback who was going to scramble. It was basically supposed to be a quarterback draw, but I got really sloppy on that. So who was open downfield, I guess, is the question. The C route. J.J. Stokes might have been open over there. Yeah, my boy was open. J.J. Stokes was wide open. Yeah, tried to do a bump and run. Dude was wide open. They did a bump and run on him, and they didn't even bother to cover him. So about toss right. What could possibly go wrong, huh? Again, running is not great in this game. Nah, not a good block, but he somehow stayed on his feet. That's a 2-yard loss. Again, in Madden 17, you can kind of, like, survive that by, like, avoiding individual defenders in the open field. It's hard to make open field plays in this game because, again, collision detection's weird. Audible. Go to an intermediate route. B is open. Brett Jones was open, but he was a couple of yards short of the 4th down mark. I don't know what happened there, by the way. Inside the 40, I say we go for it. Probably call a timeout if we don't like it. I think he was open, dog. A is open. Come on. That's the 4th tip. That's the 5th tip pass. Ridiculous. That's the 5th tip ball today. We're going to go exchange. It probably won't go well, but I don't know what to tell you. Going to go wide. Be careful. No offsides. I don't know what the exchange is, by the way. Couldn't get to him again. I thought we tipped the ball. Thought we might have hit him as the ball was thrown. That was a real duck. Again, it's kind of hard to tell. The animation and the frame rate is very low. Are they doing a tight end motion? Yeah, they're doing a tight end motion. It said on the top right-hand corner of the screen before I called the play, they're doing a tight end motion. How would they give that away? Still can't get to the quarterback. Lots of quick releases. That's 14 yards to Delonte Walker, whatever his name is. 3-4. Try a weak storm. Doesn't look promising, but we'll see if we can get around them. No offside. Still can't get to the quarterback. Threw it to double coverage. Still can't get to the quarterback, so we probably forced the pass there. Good pressure up the middle, but still no quarterback hits. 50 sky. So I guess we can call that a, this is a 3-4, so I guess we can call that a pressure, finally. Gonna go wide again. Still can't get to him. And again, he threw it inside. So it was complete to Dawson again. Again, he's carving us up. It's kind of frustrating. Again, I was never really good at defense in these games. I'm always an offensive guy. When I played Madden 16, I always play offense. Offense only. I have a bunch of videos where I only play offense for that reason. Because I just skip playing defense. Perhaps not coincidentally, we had the best defense in the game when I was playing as the Ravens. when Terrell Suggs was still playing. T-Shizzle. And there's Marcus Allen getting a nice fat hole. 7 yards. Ties for the longest run of the game. So 4-3. Turtle Broncos doesn't look very good. I don't like this play very much. Can we go? Yeah. So we'll go wide again, see what happens. Got him. Ah, come on! I dove right at his feet, and he somehow got a first down. I contacted him. I finally got penetration. See, there I am, number 56, right there. Right at him. Dove right at him. Don't know how he got out of that. Again, 16-bit sports games tended to be like that, especially those football games. So we somehow got a goal line. Let's go strong crash. Could be interesting. We can hang off the line of scrimmage a little bit to kind of spy a run. Yeah, wide open. He got behind us. Yeah, he just got behind us. That's all that was. So we're going to get smoked. Shame, really. Field goal block. But yeah, we're going to get smoked. They're not going to go for 2. That wasn't me. I didn't go offside. That was the AI did that. The AI, for some reason, went offside. I wasn't controlling. Or maybe he accidentally moved forward when I was... He might have accidentally moved forward when I was switching players. Well, I pressed the C button. Yeah, I pressed the C button. I shouldn't have done that. I mean, I'm just delaying the inevitable at this point. He's not going to get any closer to the last scrimmage. I pressed the C button too early, I guess. Yeah, the B button is how you switch. Yeah, so I mean, it was never really in question. And there's no button that says you just let them have it either. There's no button that says you just give them the point. Because I knew they weren't going to go for it from the half. Because they could have gone for it from the half-yard line, basically. But like I said, this is just a friendly. Yeah, I can't again. This feels very sluggish. Not a lot of Barry Sanders like juking, you know what I mean? 4 wide receivers with a drag right. So a double slant on the right. Looks covered. Audible deep. Okay, you got a few seconds to reset. Then we got a spike. Then we got a slant. Let's see. 8 bullet pass. I should not have thrown a bullet pass. It was in front of him. I should not have thrown a bullet pass, but it was double coverage as well. So they did a good job covering that. HB wham. Again, it's kind of a off tackle right that actually goes up the middle. So I guess it feels like more of a zone read. Audible. Wrong button, but I'll take it. I pressed the wrong button. I was supposed to call an audible. 4 yards, though. Again, it feels more conceptual than nuanced because it's like, yeah, just hope. Just call the play and just hope you get positive yardage. That seems to be how it works. Audible. Go deep. Got a few seconds to audible. Gonna run it. Run it left. We're gonna go. We're gonna go over the side. There goes Steve Young. He got the first down on a quarterback keeper. I called the keeper. I basically called a deep throw, and then I said, yeah, no one's covering the left side of the line of scrimmage. So I decided to just have Steve Young run for it. Why not, right? Wrong button. I pressed the wrong button. I'm pretty sure I pressed C. Why did he throw to the A button? I think the AI might have controlled it. HB flat. Let's just see what happens. That's a B route. Wide receiver on the B route. It doesn't look good, honestly. Audible slant. Okay, you guys got a second to reset. Too late. I kind of wish they would hurry up when I call the audible. They need to hurry up and not be so slow to reset. Of course, that probably depends on the play that it might depend on the formation that I called initially, so it takes them a few seconds to reset. Running sounds like a bad idea. Go deep. Hurry up, guys. Hurry up. B is not. I did not press that button. Maybe I accidentally pressed A. I was trying to throw B, and B wasn't open either. 3rd and 15. We're in 4-down territory, kids. So we can throw it short if we want. Not a lot of time to change the play. B is open. Yep, just let him sit there. Hurry up, get to the line of scrimmage. 4th and 1. Double tight end. Dive. You can get a yard, can't you? See, he got a yard. Maybe half a yard. Before Adele gets 3, I'll take it. If you need a yard, he'll give you 3. If you need 5 yards, he'll give you 3. Square out and up. How's it look? They might audible out of it. 2-minute warning. Yeah, they're audibling out of it. So I could probably run on them. I could have ran on them. But we don't have enough time for any of this crap. 3 wide receiver set. Cross pass. So we got a flat. We got a slant and a flat. B is open. Or he was. I thought I was going to try to force it in there. It looked like he was in front of the defender. I don't know why he dropped it. 4 wide receiver set on a single back. Drag route sounds good. So we got a double slant on the left, or should we double slant on the right? B is open. Tip. That's a 6 tip ball. 6 times that's happened. How about you know what? Tell the offensive line to keep their to get the defender's hands on the freaking ground. Double slant on the right. B is open. Again, 7 times. And he caught it. He caught it on the deflection. Like Brandon Ayuk. Was it Ayuk who did that, or was it Debo Sweeney? Just catching. I mean, I think Zach Flowers had a catch like that for the Ravens. Actually, no, Lamar Jackson caught a deflection on a pass he threw. 8. That was a bullet for some reason. I should not have thrown a bullet. It also should have been intercepted. Single back, 4 wide receivers on a quick fade. A is a crossing route that might get open. A is open. Yes, it is. That's a touchdown. That was just a crossing route, and he went upfield as soon as he caught it. I mean, again, just no nuance there. So we'll just go for the field goal and the extra in the onside kick at this point. Yeah, I got to work on the timing there. That timing's hard to nail because the frame rate's so low. It's like it's 20 frames a second. Animation is really choppy in this game, so I don't know. I was kind of hoping the Genesis would have better frame rates than most of these games. I was kind of hoping the Genesis would have better frame rates than the Super Nintendo games I played. Didn't press the ball. I didn't press the button. I pressed the button to snap it, but I was hoping the onside kick would work. But that's probably not how onside kicks work in this game. So we have 3 timeouts. So we're going black and tan. Pardon the language. This might not go well. Threw it on the flat. You stopped the clock too, doofus. Guess they were trying to do a wide receiver screen. Don't know what that was about. We're going to do a nickel. 50 sky. Don't know what it is. I think it's a zone concept, I want to say. Okay, we're going to go wide. Yeah, we're going to go wide. It's a nasty look, but we might be able to get him if we can get to the little quarterback. Nope. Faked it and went to a run. So we can call the timeout here. Might as well use them. We're going to lose. It's 3rd and 7, so we have enough timeouts to kind of force the issue. We're going 3 deep. Can we whoa wide? Yeah. Tight end in motion again. So he knows we're not in man, of course. I can't get to the freaking quarterback, but I get that ball. Defense seemed really kind of lost out there, so we're going to goal line. 8-1 Blaze. Just Blaze. No offsides, doofus. Yeah, go deep. That might be in the end zone. It's in the end zone. It's through the end zone. No chance for a run back. Okay, so we have a chance to tie it up. 4 wide receivers on a quick slant. Double on the left, double on the right, 1 on the left. That's Rice. Check the left. B is open-ish. Incomplete to Cal Thomas. Got I form, normal, out and up. So B might get open in the out of the backfield. It's man coverage on the outside. It's a flip to Rice. That's man coverage. Guess we're going to use the timeouts later. He just chucked it to Rice. He didn't even go deep. 3 wide receiver on that's a weak flood. I don't like this play. Audible slant. We don't have a lot of time for this, fellas. A is open. Oh, come on. No one was in front of him. That's like the 3rd time that's happened. He didn't hit off of someone's helmet this time. Quick slant. We can audible out of it. Clock stopped. Double on the right. Ah! Thomas was open. What's happening? It's the 3rd time that's happened. Okay, single back. 4 wide receivers. I'm not going to do a flea flicker. Breakout. Check the B route. B route might get open deep. Not really, though. B is open. This is a square. This is a good old-fashioned square route. So first down, the Cowboys finally got a catch. So we're going to have 1 timeout left. So we got to go deep at least once. We don't have time for this. We got 20 seconds for this crap. In and out. We have time for 2 plays. I'm going in and out burger. Rice is open on the... he got it. He got it. He's out of bounds. 3 seconds. That's how you do that. We're going 3 wide receivers. Post in like Post Malone. That's you, Jerry. It's all you, Jerry. That's a float of the Actually, yeah, that was a one-on-one. So let's tie it up, yo. Special teams. Gotta love it. That's your boy. Perfect kick to tie it up with 11 seconds. Jerry freaking Rice. Holy crap. Young to Rice, yo. That's what it's all about. That's how it's done. I'm pretty sure they won't score in 11 seconds, he said portentously. Probably should have just done a squib kick. Yeah, he got to the 40. That's actually not good. It's actually not good on my part. Should not have given him that much of a chance. We're going to go dime, double SC. They have 3 timeouts left, if I'm not mistaken. We gotta get pressure, dude. Gotta get pressure like what's her name from that Disney movie. With the buff big sister. Finally got some pressure on the quarterback. Still no sacks. No sacks in this game. We got a few pressures, though. Neither team has any sacks in the quarterback. Fitty Sky. So we're going to drop back into coverage for reasons I'm sure everyone understands. We're going to go 3. We're going to charge them with 3. Not enough time. It's got to be a Hail Mary at this point. You better tackle him. Wow, down at the 1 yard line, dog. That was dicey. That should not even have been anywhere near that close. Holy crap. How's that for a cliffhanger, kids? Well, Steve, we both had 312 yards passing, shockingly. Don't know how that happened. Holy crap, we got 9 yards rushing. That was Steve Young on a scramble. It was like Steve Young on a keeper got 9 yards there. Chiefs 0 for 5 on third down conversions, though. Niners had to go for it. Got half of them, though. 7 passes tipped. That hurts, man. That really hurts. Yeah, that hurts a lot. So, there's your cliffhanger, kids. Let's see how it finishes off in overtime, huh? We're going to overtime. Niners Chiefs. Look, the Chiefs almost scored when the clock expired because the dude got tackled at the 1 yard line. I don't know what the heck was going on. Let me check those team statistics before we start overtime. Steve Young, well, he looked kind of shaky in the first half, but he turned it on in the second half. I mean, his QB rating is not great, but he's pretty efficient. Steve Bono was corralled for most of the second half. He had like 220 yards passing the first half, but we gave up a 56-yard catch and run when the clock expired. That could have gone really bad. That could have gone awful. That could have gone sideways in a hurry. Look at Ken Norton with the 6 tackles, number 51 right there in the middle of the screen. That's not Gary Plummer. That's a different, not Jake Plummer. Jake Plummer was I think he was a rookie for the Cardinals. I think he was a rookie for the Cardinals right around 1997. No sacks. Actually, there was 1 sack. Yeah, Hasty had 1 sack on that poorly designed quarterback keeper that should never have run. Look at Jerry Rice, 9 catches for 226 yards. And, of course, he has 3 TDs. He's your MVP, I think. Made that big game-time catch. Look at Len Dawson with 149 yards. Yeah, he's been killing us, though, man. He's out there looking like Jerry Rice. So we're calling tails. So we win. So we're going to receive. That's right. No wind, which is good. It's a fair weather game. I don't know if it's sudden death, but we're going to treat it as if it is. So, no INTs. Can I get a block? Yeah, it's not much of a block. Yeah, it's not much of a block. I still think the game's way too sluggish, and it's too hard. So it's too hard. There's no real nuance to the running or the catching here, which is kind of unfortunate. Again, it feels very macro. They're going to cheat towards the line of scrimmage. Audible, deep. Hurry up. I gotta snap it. That's a lob to Rice. Man coverage. Yeah, that was a 50-50 ball. Let's not even pretend. I just liked Jerry Rice getting single coverage on the outside. Seemed like a good idea. Inside run to the fullback. This might be okay. Not really. Again, all of these runs. That was a run by Brett Jones. That was a fullback run. I mean, I don't mind turning my running backs into converted fullbacks. I don't mind that at all. I did that in Madden 17. I turned a tight end into a fullback. Bullet pass to Jerry Rice, and he's still on his feet for the first down. MVP. Wild Rice. So we're going square in. Which sounds like a C route to J.J. Stokes. That was not good. Oh, wow. I was doing it between two guys. That should have been caught. That's not a square. I thought that was supposed to be a square in. Where was the in? Toss right. Yeah, if that was supposed to be a square in on the other play, I don't know where the in was. This run might not go very well. Yeah, he blew it up. Dude got in the backfield and blew up that play. Ugh. Okay, 3rd and 14. So single back, 4 wide receiver set with a drag right. That's a double slant to the right. Neither one looks good. B's open. Oh, come on! He was wide open. What happened? That was a first down. Cal Thomas. He's in the middle. Yeah, he was right there in the middle. There he goes. Why was this ball thrown behind him? Dude was wide open. Don't know what that was about. So we got a punt. You're on the 40, too. See if we can pin him inside the 5. Kick it towards the sideline. That's a perfect punt. Look at that, inside the 10. I'll take that. That's exactly what you want. You're going to go 90 yards on us because they did it before. They almost scored. They almost won the game when the clock expired. Don't get me started on that crap. Okay, we're going to go wide. There's 92. Wow, that's pressure on the quarterback. Yeah. Threw it into double coverage. That was a bad move. We finally got some pressure on the quarterback there. Okay, a 4-3 on a cover 3. So this is a lot of deeps on this one. I'm going to bring a lineman out a little bit, see what happens. Just stayed home. I had him in the backfield if I had stayed home. Because I brought 92 out wide. Okay, 3rd and 8. So that means a nickel 2 deep. There's our corners going deep. Better get some pressure on that quarterback. No real pressure. Yeah. It's a quick out, though. So, special teams. And we'll cover the fake punt just in case. That is Terrell Owens. Yeah, punting from the end zone. Finally, the defense held again. B, yeah, it was a B button for the spin. He only got 3 yards, though. Tried to run laterally like Deion Sanders, who is not on this team, though. Could have swore he was playing for the Niners back at this point. Inside run by the fullback. I'm going to have to audible out of it. Might be able to run this. Yeah, that's 2 yards. Yeah. Rydell got 2 yards on that. Almost down to the 2-minute warning. 2 double tight end. Off tackle left. They're audibling. That might be a run stop. Couldn't get a seal. I tried to bounce it outside and I couldn't get it beyond the seal. 4 wide receivers. Drag right. That's a double slant on the right. B is open. No, he's not. Middle linebacker was sitting right there. I don't know what I was thinking. I mean, Jerry Rice might have been open on that one. That was Jerry. Yeah, I don't think Jerry was not really open either. So I think Stokes was the most open receiver. Yeah, the middle linebacker was covering the inside receiver, so I should have thrown it to the right sideline. All right, 4th and 10, punt it again. Probably going to end in a tie. Kind of anticlimactic considering how this game ended. 3 and out both times. That was not a good punt. Wow, it was a better punt than I expected. A much better punt than I expected. Okay, so we're going to have to contain them. 3 deep. Yeah, 4-3 on a 3 deep. Yeah, tight end going into motion. So we're going to wide 9, see if we can get some pressure on the quarterback. I don't know what the turbo button is. Is it C? Yeah, C is to throw your hands up. That's a 14-yard gain over the middle. Nothing much we could have done there. Nickel. 2 deep. In 2 deep. Might need to go deeper than that. I don't think we can go wide on these guys. Look at, wow, he threw it behind him. Dawson might have gotten open. If you threw it ahead of him a little bit, if you led the receiver a little bit, he might have gotten that one. might still be running. No tight end motion. Put my hands up. I was thrown into double coverage, but Vanover was in front of the defenders, so I'm not sure why he didn't catch it. 3rd and 10, so we're going dime, 3 deep. Again, I don't know how we can get pressure on the quarterback. There's a tight end going into motion again, so he knows it's the zone. Better get back there. He threw that one behind. I think we got a little bit of pressure on him. He chucked it too soon. So we got the punt again, dog. We might be able to win the game if we can get this. Fake punt. And Terrell Owens is going back. But the defenses are finally locked down here in the overtime. I think the AI was running that ball, but whatever. 8 yards. So we got a minute. We're going to run that 1-minute drill. We only need a field goal. We have 3 timeouts. HB on the flat. I don't know if I can run this. B is open. On the flat. You can stay in bounds if you need to. Pro form, double tight end. Comeback. Audible out of it if you need to. We're going deep. Hurry up. I want to what? Offsides on the defense. We got him. And I think it stopped the clock, too. Yeah, stop the clock. No complaints. We got him. Quick out. So, I mean, you might be able to get the ball to Rice at this point. B is open. Threw it behind him. He was the middle option in case they cheated towards the sidelines. Square in is on the C route, which did not happen last time. B might go on a C route. B might go on the sideline route. C is supposed to go inside. Got pressure. Pressure on the QB. Still no, well, there was one dumb sack. 3rd and 10. Single back, 4 wide receivers on a drag right. Wide receiver screen on the A route. What could possibly go wrong? A, that did not look good at all. That looked terrible, actually. I mean, if the defender were on the 42, play for the tie. You know what? Screw it. We're going deep. Hail Mary. Probably going to call a timeout. Because you don't want them to, well, you know what? If we're going to lose, we're going to lose on a field goal. See? He's 20 yards short. And he caught it! And he's tackled! He got the first down. Never should have caught that. He was 20 yards short. Okay, we can do 2 plays. Fullback screen. Probably a bad move. We're going to call a timeout if it doesn't work out. No one's in front of him. Touchdown walking in. That is not Tom Rathman, but it is number 44. No one was covering the flat. And the Niners win the Super Bowl over the Chiefs. We'll just pretend that it was a Super Bowl. What? That was not a gutsy call either. That was like, if it wasn't open, just throw it away. But no one was covering them. Wow, dog. 2 garbage plays. Just a garbage Hail Mary that somehow got caught, and we just chucked it on a fullback screen for the game. Trash. Trysh. Trash. Garbage. Unbelievable. There might be some AI nonsense. Look at Steve Young with the 383 yards passing. He didn't even complete half of his passes, though. Absolute garbage. Steve Bono with 100 yards passing in the second half. We kind of locked him down, except for that one stupid lucky play where he got 56 yards when time expired. That was some trash. How you like that? No sacks. That's disappointing. MVP still has to be, I mean, maybe Steve Young becomes the MVP because he chucked that nonsense ball. 4 TDs for Steve Young. I still think Jerry Rice could be your MVP with the 3 touchdowns, including the game tying, the equalizer. Absolute trash. Trash. Jerry Rice, 10 catches for 239 yards, dog. Of course, J.J. Stokes with that complete prayer that somehow got caught. I'm not even going to count that crap. Some nonsense. Rushing. Kidding me? Actually, I'm pretty sure Steve Young had a rush. Yeah, Steve Young had a 9-yard rush. It was the longest rush of the game. Yeah, Allen got it, yeah. 7 rushes, huh? Oh, well, what are you going to do? You don't even give my man credit for the rushing yards he had in that game. He had the 9-yard scramble. That was a keeper. So no Madden records, huh? Well, maybe in a regular game it would show up like that. Okay. So that was John Madden Football on the Model 1 Genesis, plugged into a GameOn RCA-to-HDMI converter at 720p. I captured this at a super VGA resolution. I think it's like 1028 by 768, so I think that's super VGA. We're gonna shrink it down to 720p, but again, this was some trash. Absolute trash. Yeah, the game is still too janky. I might goof around with some of the settings, but this is not a particularly good game. I'd be much better off just playing. I'd much rather play Madden 16 on the PS4. It's just, again, there's just way more nuance to it. It's way easier to play, way easier to learn how to play, way less janky. Again, way more nuance when the running, because you can actually run between two sprites or run between two players in that game. It's manageable. But in this game, again, it feels sort of like everything feels kind of blobby, you know? Like when you're running the ball, the blocking determines whether or not you might swerve around another player. You might be able to swerve around a defender. You can't really run in between two people because the hit collision detection's too finicky. It's too hard to determine if two sprites are colliding. And again, in the backfield, someone will rub up against you and they might tackle you, they might not. I think dice rolling determines how that works. And like I said, on defense, the AI will control most of the game anyway if you let it. The AI will just do its own thing. You just call the play, and the AI will just run it and just kind of see what happens. You can kind of cheat, like you saw me cheat in a couple of instances by having the defender I was having the defender line up wide of the line of scrimmage to kind of see if I can get around the blockers, but it didn't always work. But yeah, this game is not good, but it was all we had back then. I mean, Tecmo Super Bowl is a great game, but it's ultimately an arcade game that's just kind of refined so that there are more options for console players. I would much rather play Tecmo Super Bowl, if I'm being honest. I would say it's not as deep, but I would say it controls better and it plays better, and again, the controls are tighter. So it feels more like a video game that you can kind of like actually control the outcome, as opposed to this game where it feels more like a real-time strategy game in a way. You know what I mean? So it kind of works on that level, but again, if you want a finer degree of control, the game isn't really that deep. You just kind of play it so that the odds are in your favor. If you throw the ball to a receiver with no one's around them, there's a greater chance that they'll catch the ball. But you saw on several occasions I would just chuck the ball in the direction of one of my receivers, and we just wound up catching it half the time. That's AI. Like that's just dice rolling at that point. It's stats determining whether or not the dice will be stacked in your favor, basically. Whether the dice will be loaded in your favor, I guess. It's 16-bit video game. This is what we played when we were kids back in the 20th century. This is how we played video games, unfortunately. Recorded this with my triple driver iMore headphones into the MPOW USB connection, into my quad-core laptop with Windows 10 with the camera app capturing at 60 frames a second. The Vivitar USB dongle was how I played this. I was playing this on my laptop as I was capturing it, so input latency on this Vivitar is surprisingly decent. This is a $20 USB dongle that I got at Walmart. Not complaining about that.